Hi and welcome to MTB Cooking. In this episode we show you how to cook a lamb Massaman curry. We cook it in a clay cooker, also known as a Römertopf, and it's gonna make the dish very tender, very delicious. We start out by taking a shoulder of lamb, and we first of all want to cut it up into smaller pieces that we afterwards will cut into dice. Into smaller pieces, even smaller pieces. We use a shoulder of lamb, which is a perfect cut for this dish. It's a cut that goes very well with a cooking method such as cooking in a clay cooker, because it'll get very tender and it's very tasty. We will keep the shank, which is a part of the shoulder of lamb, and we'll keep it because it'll give a lot of very good taste to the dish, as there is a bone on the shank. The pieces of meat around the shank, around the bone, will also become insanely tender, so we leave this part in with the other parts of the meat. We now heat up some neutral tasting oil in a saucepan, and then we start browning off our lamb meat. And we do it in batches in order to not overcrowd the pan. So what we want is a very nice golden brown surface on our meat. It's not so essential that it's cooked completely to the center. You of course need to salt and pepper the meat in order to season it a bit. But as I said, you don't have to cook it completely, because it's going into the clay cooker for a couple of hours in the oven, so it only needs to get the surface now, the surface that will give a lot of taste to the entire dish. And we just keep on doing this. We will show you just in a second how we make batch number 2 of browning off the meat. And in this batch we have our lamb shank with us as well. As you can see, it's the big piece on the right, and of course that is also browning off. We want it to also be nice and golden brown. As you can see, there is a lot of fat on the pan. The lamb it's fat meat, so we'll just remove the excess fat, leave in a couple of tablespoons in the pan, but don't leave it all in, because we're going to use the same pan now for browning off our onion pieces. So we will fry them up in the remaining fat in order for them to become a little caramelized and again give a lot of flavor to the dish. We will, along with the onions, also fry some of the Massaman curry paste. We of course want the curry paste to be heated up in order for it to give a lot of flavor to our dish. And this curry Massaman paste is just a miracle. It will render the sauce so tasty, and it's so easy to acquire, to buy, instead of making yourself, which you could of course obviously also do. We've now added in some coconut milk. It'll render the sauce nice and creamy. And of course, because we're cooking this dish in the clay cooker, we need a sauce that can help the dish along so that it can become tender, all the meat. So the lamb goes in first. After that, we can pour on the coconut milk sauce, and of course leave some of the onions on top of the meat. It'll really tender up all of those delicious lamb pieces. And we let this go into the oven for 2 hours at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, that is 175 degrees Celsius. And this is the result after 2 hours in the oven. If you have not tried cooking with a clay cooker, we have a video here on YouTube that shows you exactly how it's done. But what you can see here is a rich sauce and some beautiful tender meat, and we put it all back into the saucepan, where we now want to first of all remove the excess fat from the surface, because again it is a very fatty meat we've used, and of course we do not want the sauce to be overly fatty, and as such we take away just the excess fat. Afterwards we can sweeten the sauce using palm sugar. This is a Thai dish, and of course we are using, for sweetening, we use palm sugar instead of normal sugar. We also add in some raw potato pieces, which of course are going to cook in the sauce. We season with fish sauce, and of course this is selon votre goût, comme on dit en français. It's according to your taste, how much you put in. Let this dish cook under a lid for around 15 minutes or until the potatoes are tender. Afterwards, taste the sauce, figure out if you want more fish sauce in it. It's very, very important to season it after your taste, according to what you like. Afterwards, you can serve it up. Usually you serve the Massaman curry in a bowl on the side. You have your jasmine rice cooked on a plate on the side. And the lucky one will get the lamb shank, will get the piece with this bone. It's not just insanely tender, the meat around the bone. It's also, it's kind of Viking-ish to sit there and eat directly off the bone. And that can be very charming. So why not let the lucky one, the one who dares, get the lamb shank. And yeah, it's exceptionally tender, the meat there. Such a good dish, such a comforting meal, perfect for these winter nights that we are experiencing these days. Thank you for watching here on MTB Cooking. Please subscribe to our channel, give this video a like, find us on Instagram, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.